start with that. But you only get one revolution out of it, you know, one rev out of it. Here, if I stick to his shoulder, I can keep him going, and you can walk right here and hold this, here you go, and just pretty much just walk with that shoulder, pull whenever that's it. And you can get that horse turning around 3, 4, 5, half a dozen times. And if the horse really freaks out, you just take a step away, they spin, and now they're straight again. But now you don't have to go through the whole commotion of putting the rope over their head and around their butt. There you go, you got it right. So now you just go past over his butt this way. That's it. Pull him around, stick to that shoulder. Very nice. And you just walk off whenever you're ready. Just keep pulling the rope, keep pulling the rope. There you go. Keep pulling, wait till he turns. And you walk off towards me. Keep walking, keep walking. There you go. Exactly, now you're straight again. So that's really good for a horse that's locked up, that doesn't want to move, that doesn't want to give his head. The more turning and the more bending that you do, the quicker you get it. So every time that you can figure out a method or an idea that bends him and turns him more, you're just, so much of how quick you can get it done, once you have the information, is how many reps can you get in. So what you'll notice is the more advanced trainers, like the really good trainers, is the breaks are very small. That's your release, right back to it. That's your release, right back to it. So say, teaching a horse how to step over, how to spin, that was a real eye-opener for me. Instead of the horse gets one step over and you drop the reins and you pat it on the neck and you tell it a good boy, the first reining mentor I had, if he got a step over, he'd drop the reins, pick him right back up, drop the reins, pick him back up. And this is how he would get that horse spinning until he would get that horse spinning with both feet, constantly dropping those reins and picking them back up. And the releases were so small and he was getting so many reps in that for one session, say I got the horse to step out and over 30 times, 35, he was getting 150 steps, you know? So very quickly, if you add that up for a week's worth of work or a month's worth of work, his horse is gonna be a lot more advanced than my horse. So something like that spin exercise, if I get 5 spins or half a dozen spins for every one of your spins, again, reps. My horse is gonna have so much more practice at bending and turning and giving. The same thing with the backing exercise. In the beginning, it's a full circle, and then I ask that horse to back up. But as soon as he figures it out, it might be a step, bend, back. Step, bend, back, 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 step, bend. Because every time that I break him from center and I get him giving his head, that's one more practice rep, one more practice. Then very quickly you see the horses, you just touch the reins. And now that horse that was stiff and rough and tough and had all these problems, now he looks like a trained show horse. That he gets right behind that bridle, he's on a loose rein, he doesn't want to touch your hand. And that's what we're looking for. All right, so your warm-up looks awesome. Let's start. Yeah, no, absolutely, that's good. Okay, so what are you trying to accomplish now? What? Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Well, let's start with the obstacles and work until we run into a problem. So you already know that you don't want to tee it, so you're going to go towards the jacket and then turn to the right. All right, now turn him to the right. So you want to be on the opposite side. Right where you're at, you want to flip him around, pull him to the right completely and disengage his hindquarters. There you go. That's what you're looking for. Because you're going to unhook that gate, and you're going to back up. And guys, you got to be thinking that this is not a rope, this is a gate, okay? And a lot of people do this as practice, but the rope is actually harder than the gate. The gate makes it easier. Well, because when you unhook it, then you can hinge the horse over with the gate. Hey, hey, hey. And the other thing that doesn't help in this setup in particular, in a real gate, you wouldn't have the stands, and the stands get in your way. Well, you got the side pass down, Pat.
He does it real good to the right.
I got you. All right, pull his face more to the right. More to the right. Okay, other right. So right there, whenever you're backing him up and you're wanting his butt to go this way, back him up and turn his head here. And now you're going towards that post. Okay, pull more with your left hand. There we go. That's it, release. Now you're almost in position. There we go. Perfect. All right, now get close to that rope and go forward. Pull his face to the right. There you go, now pull with your right rein. There you go. So remember, anytime he starts coming towards, his butt starts coming to the right, you gotta pull that right rein to fix him. That's it. Nice, okay. Can you make that or need a little closer? If his butt comes out, that's it. Pull the right rein. Right rein. Right. All right. So to block that, he's blowing off with his butt. So when he comes here, the moment that you feel one step of his back end, grab this rein and pull it towards his butt, and that's going to block his butt from coming off. So it's going to straighten him back up. There you go. Send it forward, and you're going to pull that hand over your hip towards me. You see how that's it?
This one here.
Yeah, this one here. You see how that moves his butt? That's what we need. I need this right hand coming here towards his butt, and that will keep his butt from coming out. So you have your hands here, you're coming forward, he starts veering off, take this hand and move it here, and that'll straighten him up. That's it. Exactly. Send it forward, sit back, look up, pull to the right. It's a awkward setup because of the stance. So if this was a regular gate, I would just push him into the gate and look him. Okay, you're not getting a release, move your butt, you're getting a release. But you can't push, it's not a strong barrier, it's not a solid barrier. There you go. All right, go towards the gate and then pull to the right. Go towards the jacket, I mean. Go straight. Now disengage his hindquarters, pull back to the right. Let go of your left. There you go. That's it. So you're gonna come here, let go with the left, pull with the right, and switch them right back around. That's it. Pull with the right, give with the left. That's it. Stop. Nice. All right, push him to this pole right here. Bring his head right here. Bring his head right to me. There you go. Pull his face a little bit this way. Now pull his head right to me. Forward. All right, so if you pull on his face, he speeds up going backwards. You have to release. That's it. When you do that, you're having a tendency right now to use both hands. You have to give one when you're pulling the other when it comes to his butt. Pull with the right, give with the left. That's it. Just like that. That's the same motion we want. Sit back and look up. Let's come forward. Loosen up on the reins. Loosen up on the reins. All right, pull them back to the right. Give with the left. Nice. There we go. Loosen up on the reins and kick them forward. Kick. That's it. Don't lean forward, lean back. All right, let's go up here and pick up that jacket. Let's do something to make him think that he won, that he did something right. There you go, loosen up on those reins, get out of his face. There we go. Has no problems with that. All right, let's go over and get that hat now, and we'll come back to this gate. So the other thing that you want to distinguish is, are you reprimanding the horse because he's being bad, or does he not understand? In this case, you see the horse trying to do the right thing. Like immediately you do anything else and he's like, oh yeah, of course, here you go. Do what you want. So that tells us that we're miscommunicating, or we're not, even if we're doing the right thing, that he doesn't understand what the right thing is. Remember, none of this is their language. So when you're trying to maneuver, you're trying to do something like that. There you go. All right, stop and reach for it. There you go. Perfect, perfect. Now I want you to bend his head a little bit this way and back him up. There we go. Perfect. Now I want you to turn him this way, and you're gonna go forward and pull his face towards the jacket. There you go. Stop. Now a little bit more right rein and back up. Right rein. So you're pulling to the shoulder. You need to pull towards the butt. All right. There you go. Go back towards the, all right, perfect. Now stop, stop. Now whenever you're disengaging those hindquarters, you gotta stop. You gotta pull over here. And you see how you're pointing that butt? All right, there we go, stop. Now back to this side. We're gonna wanna get his butt pointing where we want it. Stop. There you go. Now back to this side. Because we have to point him that way. All right, back forward. Forward to me. Come on, come on. Perfect. Pull his head this way until his butt's pointing towards that post. There you go. Back forward. There we go. All right. Before we can back him up, we have to get him pointed in this direction. Now you can back him up, and there it is. Release, get out of his face.
So I can feel like he's rebelling.
It's more of confusion. It's even when he gives, he's over giving. So it's kind of like seeing somebody try to parallel park for the first time, and they're having to make a lot of adjustments because they're over adjusting. So it's the same thing. Whenever you go to back up, that you're trying to put him, to place him somewhere. If I'm here and I'm saying, okay, I need to back him to that jacket, I want to disengage his hindquarters until they're pointing in that direction. If I pull him until he's pointing here, well, then I'm going to have to readjust him, and now he's pointing in the wrong direction again. Now he's pointing in the wrong direction again. We have to be able to disengage just till we have what we want so we can back him up straight. So I have an exercise for you that's going to help you with that, and that's backing in a circle. Okay? If you come around here to that blue tarp, we're going to do just that. I just want you to pull up right beside it. All right, stop. Now asking to back up 3 steps straight. Now what I want you to do is pull to the right and your right leg far back. There you go, pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull, pull more, 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 one more. All right, stop. And back straight up. Repeat the same thing to his right hip, right leg. There you go, release, release. All right, so the goal here is to back a square around this. So whenever you come here, we only want to back him, turn him enough that he goes straight again. We get past it, turn just enough that you're straight again. And what this really gets is that muscle memory, so you know exactly where to pull your hand. There you go. That's it. Past your hip. That's it, perfect. Back straight up. Past your hip. There we go, straight up. So that's immediately going to help your ability to grab gates and to make sudden maneuvers without overdrawing. There you go. Keep pulling his face to the right. There you go. Perfect. Straighten up. Again. Release. There we go. Back straight up. Touch and release, touch and release. There we go. Now turn him. Hand over your face, over your hip. There you go. Perfect. Back straighten up. Perfect. All right, now back over there towards the ball. And you're going to back a circle to your right now. So that means you're going to pull his face to the left when you get there. And I want your hands to be pulsing a little bit more. All right. Left hand, left leg. Perfect. Release. There we go. So that shows you that's exactly, the horse is ready to do the gait, but we have to get your adjustments right there. You see how I bumped it around? What's the left circle? All right. Left hand, left leg. Just enough to get one step. Back him up. Perfect. Back straight up. That's it. Back straight up. Straight, straight. There you go. Keep backing, keep backing. Wait till that shoulder passes it. Now, left leg, left hand. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Again. Nice. Back straight up. Pulsating. Touch and release. Touch and release. There we go. Wait till the shoulder passes. Left leg, left hand. Pass to your hip. That's it. Nice. Back straight up again. Does everybody understand how back in circles is going to get your maneuvering? All of a sudden, you're ready to drive in the city. You can't drive in the city unless you can parallel park or unless you can squeeze your car in tight places because, let's face it, there is no big parking. It's not easy. Absolutely.
Well, if I turn the wheel this way.
No, it's exactly it. It doesn't make sense because you pull to the side you know you're supposed to pull to, but the horse still does the wrong thing. But what you don't realize is you're pulling here instead of here. You're pulling towards their shoulders, and their shoulders are going out instead of moving their butt the way that you want. So that's a real good exercise to take home and practice. Are you understanding how your hand placement and the horse's moving his different body part is correlated? When you cross over in front of yourself, that should tell the horse to move his shoulders. Whenever you bring your hand behind your hip, that's telling him to move his butt. And if you do the wrong thing, you're going to get exactly the opposite of what you're looking for. He may have his head turned in the proper direction, but I'm turning it. You said left, I'm doing left. Yeah, but the horse's body's going the wrong direction. Now, right now we're cheating and using his face. If he knows that every time you put a leg on him, you're going to grab him by the face and move him, very quickly you can leave him straight like you're in a show or in a competition. Leave your hand in one place, and just with that leg, you're moving that horse wherever you want to, and you're scoring the maximum points. But it has to work some way first, and the some way that we're talking about is the reins. When he knows that when you lay that leg, do it or don't do it, I don't care, but it's going to happen one way or another. And if he knows that, then every time that you lay that leg on him, he's going to go wherever you want. All right, let's give him a break from that. And let's go over there to the zip line. That's it. He's seeing ghosts. So you have a horse that's pretty much not spooked at anything. He's not scared of anything. Now we're in the maneuvering. We're in the maneuvering part of him. I mean, you can hand anything to him, anything around him. So that's great. We have a calm, quiet horse that's not scared of nothing. Awesome. That lets us know what we have to work on. All right. It's a bit of both. He's not the most agile type of looking to get off your pressure type horse. And then at the same time, we're still learning how to maneuver the horse. So you have no gait issue. Don't let the gait get in your head, okay? Because it'll psych you out when you have it fixed. You don't have a gait issue, you have a body part issue. Getting used to maneuvering this. So the homework that I have for this is we're gonna teach you how to side pass and we're gonna teach you how to back in a circle. You have the back in the circle down pat. The next thing I want you to do is to get on that wall and just follow the wall walking. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that walk into a side pass. Yes, you're gonna go to the right. And whenever I ask you, you're gonna pull the left rein around and use your left foot and facing towards the wall, but keep them going in the same direction. All right, so go ahead. Left rein, left leg. All right, pull them a little bit more to the right and go forward again. So you're gonna try to keep them right there on that wall. Same thing again. Left rein, left leg. And keep him going, keep tapping with that leg, look forward. So if you get his head over bent, what I would like to see is this. I would like for him to turn his head and get a little bend, but keep walking this way and crossing over. If you get his head behind him, it's gonna stop him. We wanna get that side pass where whenever you go up and they have that line in, that you just lay a leg and that horse just goes across with no issues. The way that you do that is you practice with a lot of motion. You don't practice one step at a time. There you go. Anytime that he looks like he's gonna go backwards, you just release and go forward again. Good job. So go down there to the wall on this side now and do it in the opposite direction. So you already told me that his high pass is nice to the right, so that was proof. Now let's see it to the left. You're gonna go forward, stay close to the wall, put his nose in the wall, right rein, right leg, and tap with the right rein, and tap with the right leg. Release and go forward. Do it again. Pull with the right, pull with the right. Keep that leg going and release and go forward. So I only want you to pull enough that you get his head and his body bent a little bit, but I want to keep that forward momentum. I don't want him to stop. So if he starts stopping, start kicking with that right leg. There we go. There's that resistance. That's it. That's it. Keep kicking. Keep pulling to the right. There we go. That's it. Now you're finding that resistance. Okay? Pull to the right, kick with your right. That's what I want. Keep going, keep going. Same thing. Do it again. And release. Go forward. Reverse and do the same thing. That's the exercise right there. You kicked them through it, you kept them going forward. All right, pull to the left, left leg kicks. Keep them going forward. Kick, 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 kick. Again, pull to the left. Keep that left leg kicking. Keep him going forward. All right, so he's doing something just off of reaction that's great. Whenever that horse starts going sucking back instead of going forward, his body kind of does this right here. Okay, his hands kind of give, he kind of sits deeper in the saddle and that horse steps forward again. That's a great habit to have because when you're doing your spins, you're doing your side passes, that horse sucks back, you're not trying to get out of the exercise, but you want that horse to take a step up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, reverse and do it again. So what this is gonna get, right now you're kicking and tapping, but you're gonna get at any speed that you could put a leg on him and he'll kick the hip out for you, which is very helpful whenever you're trying to open a gate or go through an obstacle, you have to change directions. All right, pull to the right, kick with that right leg. Nice. And the more you practice that, the better and better he's gonna get at that. All right, pull to the right, kick with the right. Tap, 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 tap. Keep him going, keep him going. Pull more to the right. Pull more to the right, there you go. That's it, good job. You see that hip kick all the way out? Bring that right leg further back, kick with it more. Pull more to the right, pull more to the right, more to the right. Further, further. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, So what do these two exercises do? This really gets you familiar with the relationship that your hand and their butt have together. People who can ride on a loose rein, that's what we're talking about. People that can ride on a loose rein, they are very familiar with what it takes to get a hold of that horse's butt, okay? And whenever you feel real confident grabbing that, so let go of the left, pull with the right. There you go, pull with the right, pull with the right, pull with the right more, pull with the right more until his butt gives. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. You just pull harder, right? So if the horse is not giving their butt, for anybody that gets run away, for anybody that the horse is going somewhere they don't want, for anybody that's out of control, grab that face until that butt gives, period. If it doesn't give, you're not pulling hard enough. Their head's not, I've yet to see the first horse that can kiss its own butt and run away with you at the same time. If the horse isn't giving, it's because they're flexible enough or resistant enough to give their head to a certain point and stay going forward, which, quite frankly, is something that we practice. So the more flexible your horse is, that's it. Pull your hand more towards his butt. More out and to the side to the right. There we go, more. Now right there, if you want him to change directions towards the fence, just pull all the way to the right. Pull. There we go. Do you see the relationship, his face? Exactly. So anytime that you're going, you're just dancing on that line of pulling so much that he gives his butt and release him before he turns all the way around. You send him forward again, pull all the way right before he turns, and release and let him go forward again. And that's the quickest, easiest, simplest way to get that horse side passing, and side passing good. Not this baby one step at a time. No, where they're actually going somewhere. That's it. Same thing here, pull him almost till he turns around to the right. Let go with the left, give him a little bit more, there we go. That's it, pull even more. That's it, and release and go forward again. That's what we're looking for, that's giving the butt. Kick with that right leg. There we go, nice. All right, give him a little break there. All right, so we're gonna see where your canter's at. Are we understanding that the little manipulation of his hindquarters and moving him around, it's just the relationship between the reins, face and butt? As you get that in with just those two exercises, just backing in a circle and getting him on a fence line and getting him to move, once you figure that out, all this stuff's gonna be easy. Because any little adjustment you'll need, you'll know exactly how much is how much. And that pressure, that ratio, how much pressure to how much give, is different for each and every horse you get in. Every car brand you get in has a different ratio of when you turn the steering wheel, how much it actually turns. You get in a bus and you have to turn it 3 times to change lanes. You get in a Porsche and you do this and you've changed 3 lanes. It's the same way with a horse. And you have to figure out through practice and through trial and error how much you have to pull and give. Now you can always change it. What I mean by that is if you get serious and kick him one time or crop him one time on the butt, now he'll start giving lighter and you don't have to pull so much. But you have to figure out how much it's gonna take for how much give you're getting. Once you figure that out, everything that has to do with placing his body in a certain place. So push obstacles, there's 2 kinds of obstacles, push obstacles and finesse obstacles. Push obstacles, from day 1 that you're colt starting, you should be able to do obstacles. Okay, day 1, day 2, very quickly, left, right, they should be able to go forward. And that's your tarp, your water, your soccer ball. I can left and right and left and right and left, and you have to go. When we start doing finesse obstacles, where your feet have to be in a certain place, the catwalk, the gate, things that you have to back a L through or circle in without, those are finesse obstacles. You have to have a horse that's calm, quiet, and has maneuvers. So now you see that he's broke enough to go anywhere. So now he has to maneuver better, which means your connection to his face has to be able to dictate, hey, I want your butt to go over 1 step and 1 step only. Okay, back up. Now I need your shoulders over 1 step. Perfect, now back up. All that takes practice. Those 2 exercises really help because once you get that front and back understood, the shoulders are easy after that. But as long as you're coming here on accident and the shoulders are moving instead of the butt, it throws a wrench in your game plan. And you think your horse is being bad when really, yes, you're pulling to the proper side, but you're pulling across here and his shoulders are coming here instead of his butt moving away. All right, for the canter, let's just see you trot him around on a loose rein around the edge, and you can just follow the rail. I want to see your heels down and your shoulders back and give him the freedom to move. All right, loosen up on his face, give him some more freedom. That's it. Heels down, put a little weight in your stirrups so he doesn't bounce you so hard. All right, you're gonna ask for the canter once you pass the chain. When you come around here, your stirrups are a little long and he has a pretty hard trot. It's not by any fault of your own. Would you like me to pick him up for you?
I know if I can get into like a posting,
yes,
it feels better.
Absolutely. Well, really, on a horse like this, you don't want to spend too much time in that trot, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is you're either walking or you can get into a nice smooth canter. The problem is when we have a bouncy trot, we don't commit to the canter. We don't want to go any faster because it's rough. And since we don't commit, they just drag it out even worse and worse. But the lower that his head is, the more reins we give him, and the lower his head gets when he's moving, the smoother he'll be. So that's why I don't want you holding on his face, because you hold on his face and he picks his head up and then hollows out his back, shortens his stride, and instead of him dropping his head, we rode a standardbred earlier. That joker, he came out and he tried to jar my teeth out 2 years ago, and today we buried his head and you could just sit it was comfortable, but so much of that has to do with the level of the head. The lower you can get his head and the looser rein you can get him, the easier that trot will be. And not to mention, again, with the stirrups, I didn't think much of them because I come from gaited horses, but my stirrups have raised this much in my career because I used to be at the end of my stirrups, just flat feet, standing in my stirrups straight up and down. And when I started riding colts and they started putting me in the dirt, that raised it up. When I started riding warm bloods and I needed to trot with them and canter with them, that brought them up. Now they ride where my heels are down, whether I want them to be down or not. All right, let's see it. All right, just ask for the canter from there. There we go. Sit back, look up. All right, look to your left, pull to your left. That's it. All right, don't wait till you're in the corner to look left. Before you get to the corner, look left, pull with your left rein only, look to the left, pull to the left, look left, pull left. In this scenario, you don't have to neck rein him, just use the inside rein. That's it, shoulders back, big exhale. Nice. Before you get to that corner, already be looking in. It's completely okay. You don't lose any brownie points by holding onto the horn or holding. It's better to hold on to that and actually canter than to continuously be stopping. Okay, so for folks who are worried about the canter, and of course, if your butt's coming out of the seat in the canter, you're going to be uncomfortable. It's that simple. Most people pull on the face, stop the horse, and try again, and pull on the face and stop the horse and try. And there's no way to get comfortable like that. You have to do just that. Grab the horn if you have to, put your heels down, and you want to spend as much time with him as possible. In this scenario, when you go back the other way, we're going to be going to the right. I don't want you to try to neck rein him. I want you to only hold the right rein. And whenever you come to this corner, don't look at the wall all the way to here. When you start getting here, you're already looking where you're going to go. And you're only touching to the inside. And when you get to this corner, you're already looking here. And that's going to really soften things up for you. Then you're not going to feel like you're holding back on him. And the less you hold back on him, the longer his stride's going to get and the softer it's going to get. Think shoulders back, head up, and to breathe. There you go. You see him going all the way there. Adjust him so he doesn't go all the way to the wall. That's it. Look where you're going. That's it. That's it. Heels down. That's it. Much better. Much better. Good. Good. Really, really good. Now you're already on the right track, okay? That time you were already a lot better. You were a lot more plugged into him. The next thing is your lower leg is so important to the canter. If you have an unsteady lower leg, if your legs are bouncing out of the stirrups, and that comes from having your heels up, if you could put your heels down and put a little weight, I would like to see the stirrups a little further forward on the balls of your feet. And then as you're going, put me a little weight in these stirrups. If you can steady these lower legs, you'll steady your seat. You'll be stuck there. You'll be stuck to them. But I want... Absolutely, you're taking a little bit off. I don't want you coming out of the saddle, okay? I don't want you separating yourself from the horse. You don't have the 2-point, but by you absorbing some of that in your feet and having your weight here, now the motion of the ocean is not affecting you so much. That horse bouncing, or if he stumbles or bumbles, you're sticking right there with him. So absorb some of that through your feet, and the only way you can do that is if stirrups on the balls of your feet and your heels are down, putting a little weight into them. Outside of that, everything you were doing with your body is great. Get those feet a little bit more steady so they're not knee bent, feet up in the air, because as you go, your heel comes up and it bends your knee, and your legs aren't helping you at all. So you're bouncing. Try it one more time. Yeah, breathing is important. That's it. As soon as you get him going, drop those legs. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Keep those heels down, little weight in those stirrups. That's it. Look where you're going. That's what I'm talking about. Wait. That's it. Heels down. Look where you're going. That's it. Perfect. Keep them going. Keep them going. Very nice. You feel a difference? Well, already your canter's slowed down. He's not doing it panicked. You're not grabbing him with 2 hands. You're more comfortable because you're holding onto the strap, which calms your mind. Then you're giving him the reins and only directing him. You're doing nothing to slow him down, and he's going slower because of it. So your natural instinct is if you pull, he's going to go slower. Well, when you were pulling, his head was higher and he was anxious about it, and he was actually going faster. Now that you've given him the freedom, run with me. This kind of horse doesn't want to run with you. Like it's not his prerogative to try to.
I think the whole thing is that in the beginning, when he went into the canter, he would always buck.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm,
Well, and those two things coincide. People will stand still and talk to you with their arms crossed. And then they go to walk and they pick up the reins. And they go to trot and they pick up some more reins. And by the time that they go to the canter, they have the horse looking like the Joker, and they're holding on the brakes with both hands and kicking with both legs, and the horse, it bunches them up, and then they buck, and then they let go of their legs, and I'm sorry, and they stop the horse. You have to give him the freedom. Giving him the freedom to move is the opposite of bucking. Bucking is stopping. So if you give him the freedom, let's go somewhere. You put some fire behind him and open the front door, let's go. The way that I get bucking horses to stop bucking is to go somewhere with them, to get through that momentary discomfort, or trot the hell out of them until they're so stretched out and plop, 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 they're going somewhere that it's easier for them to canter. But in both scenarios, it's make them go somewhere. Bucking is stopping, and the more that we try to stop it from happening or anxious about it and grabbing on them, the worse it gets. Very cool. Can we give him a round of applause? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our video. Make sure to get in the comments below and give us your feedback. Let us know what all problems you're having, if you're having any problems with the steps, if there's more videos or problems that you would like to see. We just want to better help you bond with your horse and help fix some of your equine problems and reach your equine goals.